Hello, listeners, and welcome to Youth Ventures Podcast, PDX Business Spotlight. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of PDX Business Spotlight. Today, we are so excited to spotlight Alshiref, who's the founder and owner of Amity Artisan Goods. So, Alshiref, could you please go ahead and give an overview of who you are, what your business is about, and how you got started?
Hi, thanks for having me. As you said, my name is Alshiref. I moved to Portland in 2007 to go to graphic design school. I always loved to do art, and I have been thinking to have it as a business, not just a hobby. This is why I moved to Portland, and I started going to graphic design school. Right after school, I wanted to share my artwork with the community, but I wanted it to be more usable. Mm-hmm. So I started thinking about how about if I can put my artwork on bags or shopping bags, pillows, things like people can use and also will look nice. And this is when I I got my printing equipment to print on textile. And this is how all started for me as Alshiref Design and Print. And a few years back, I started learning about the pop-up that Portland does, where you can take a space and rent it for the holidays only. And I like the idea. I always wanted to have a storefront, and that was a good way for me to learn or practice or see if this is something for me or not. So I did few pop-ups, one in North Portland, St. John's, and one in downtown, and they were success. The way that I did it is I invited friends of mine that I know for years throughout festivals and art fairs, and also artist friends, to bring them in with me and have this collective of makers that it's artistic and also useful in those pop-ups. And from there, this is where Amity came alive and came a reality. That after those pop-ups, I found that it's actually something that I do like. And what we do here is to represent each other and support each other. I know it would be very, very hard for me by myself or any of those 30 artists that we have in the store to make it on their own, to be out displayed every day, especially in downtown Portland. And the best way that we could all be able to make it is by having it as a group. Amity means friendship. And so this is all about, like, we support each other. We do commission each other to do work between us, and also collaborate sometimes of joining projects, so which is very fun and exciting.
Wow, I really love how you first of all started as like just hosting pop-ups, and it really did grow into like this really close-knit community, and I love that you're supporting so many different businesses along the way.
Yes, I'm very happy to be involved in or be part of that too.
So, Alshiref, who or what inspired you to start your business?
Well, I always wanted to run my own business. It was something that I always know that it's going to happen one day. I worked in so many industries all over the world while I was traveling back in my 20s, and I always went to the point where I know everything that I needed to know in that position, and I need to move forward, and I will just get stuck to, like, there's no more to go forward. And I felt like if I would run my own business, I will be able to grow, and I will not get stuck in one position or one layer. And so that is what motivated me or inspired me to run my own business a long time ago as a dream.
Alshiref, I think it's really cool that this started out as a dream and you were actually able to work hard and fulfill it and become so successful as well.
Thank you.
Also, Alshiref, how has being a person of color affected your business, either positively or negatively?
Well, they are both. It seems like something that you would eventually get used to it. Born and raised in a bit different. Mm-hmm. Even back home in Egypt, I still felt that or noticed or seen being minority mean. So it's something that I just learned to live with, and like keep my heads up, but also in the meantime understand the other ways of people deal with their daily activities and how they act sometimes to people who doesn't look like them, for example. So I would say both ways, and both ways they are all experiences. So it's in the end, it's a positive experiences because they taught me better ways or more ways to communicate and deal with this kind of behaviors that we might see darker skinned person.
And Alshiref, after interviewing a couple business owners, I noticed that they did go through like a lot of negative opposition, and that did like bring them down for a while. But I'm glad that you were able to take it as like a learning experience and learn from it and actually able to like overcome through the negativity.
It's not over, it's always going to be around, and you just have to remind yourself that you're doing your best and you're doing what you know that it's better, and learn from experiences and challenges to do it even better next time.
And Alshiref, how has the pandemic affected your business? I know for a couple of businesses, it like forced them to shut their doors, and it really caused a drastic loss in their sales. And then for a lot of them, it opened up new doors and it opened up new opportunities. So for you, has it had more upsides or downsides?
So Amity actually been something that I've been working on since 2019, and the building and the store itself, the location itself, it was already been pointed by me that this is where I would like to be. And then the pandemic happened, and so we decided now we're not gonna pursue in that project till we see what is gonna happen. So on that note, I luckily did not sign the lease and open and then close right away after. So that was the good news with Amity. But for my own business, of course, we didn't have any shows. I used to have about 50 to 60 shows a year between outdoor and indoor. And of course, they were all canceled. So it was like 98% of my sales were all gone. If it wasn't for the holidays online, that I would be totally shut down. But going back to Amity, so we just opened last June. We couldn't wait any longer. We wanted it to be ready for the holidays that it's coming up here very soon. So we thought that we might just take that time to see what we need and what we are good at and what we need to change. So when the holidays come, we will be able to do the best we can and have the customer come in and have also the best experience.
Well, I'm super glad that you decided to open and were able to wait through that time. And it's honestly really lucky that you didn't sign the lease when you were about to.
Yes, true that.
And also, Alshiref, what advice do you have for young entrepreneurs, especially young entrepreneurs of color? And what are some experiences you could talk about that might motivate or inspire them?
Well, I would say take every challenge you come your way as a challenge. Every difficulties, take it as a challenge. So you are building yourself through that challenge, and nothing can stay the same. So everything changed. So if it's really hard right now, you know that's going to change. So it's going to be better. That's the only way they're going to go. Maybe going to get even harder, but you know it's going to eventually going to get better. So if you keep your mind set that way, where you see the light, even in the darkest moments, you're always going to go through whatever it is. So don't mind the heavy challenges, because that actually making you stronger in the future and making you more confident and more willing to adopt and grow stronger. And, the sky is the limit. You decide what you want to do and accept that challenge is going to be coming and going, and you're going to be just right in it as it comes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. And Alshiref, this is a bit of a different question, but could you talk a little bit more about some of your partners and the types of products that they sell?
So we have, beside my work, we have 29 other makers. As I mentioned earlier, they are all minorities groups. I mean, I can go through the ethnicity and like where they come from, all locals, and they make stuff that is very artistic and also very useful. We have handmade candles, handmade soap, we have jewelries, we have paper cuts, macrames, we have pouches that are handmade, and we have textile, fashion kind of pants and tops. We have glass cups. We have mushroom extracts that it's very good for you. We have a lot of oils from different artists that it's good for the skin or for the face. We have stickers and notebooks that it's very uniquely made, or your journals. Of course, it's ceramics. We have some organic herbs. We have some chai and coffee. So yeah. And what we're trying to do, we have, of course, paints that it's an original paint that's from 5 artists. They are so beautiful and so colorful. So what we are trying to have here is something maybe for everyone or for most people that they might find something. If you come into a shop for your family, you might find something for mom or dad or grandson or a boyfriend or girlfriend or just a best friend. So that's what we have here.
Wow. So definitely a huge variety of products. And I really love how not only are they all like BIPOC-owned, and so by shopping at Amity, not only do you get to like support the community, but you also have a gift for like anyone in your life. So I really do love the broad range.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alshiref, how can people support your business?
Come to downtown. Come see us. We'll be happy to see more customers and clients to see what we have. And we are very open to also take notes if there is something that we not carrying that customer think that it's something that we should have. We definitely would like to hear that. And it's not just we support the Amity itself, but we also support all 30 makers that they are inside or part of Amity. So every dollar you spend here, it goes back into our own community. And so that's the beauty about it, that we energize and make our community stronger.
And listeners, we will be linking their website in the podcast description box of wherever you're listening so that you can directly go to their website and buy from them. We will also link their address, so if you want to personally go meet them and personally buy from them, you can definitely do that. And finally, we're also going to be linking their social media, so please do consider following and supporting them in any way you can. And Alshiref, are there any special projects or anything else you want to plug?
Well, special projects, I would encourage everyone to come to visit, because we have a lot of sampling of goods that we have. In like chai and sauces, sauce that we just got from an old friend of mine. And we also do custom printing. So if you do have a design that you draw yourself or someone and you like to see it on a t-shirt, you can bring it in as the original, and I will scan it or as a PDF or a JPEG, and I will print right when you are here. Take about 30 minutes to make, and you can take it home with you. So we do custom print also on hand, on site. So come see that. That is something that we are very unique in downtown in providing. So there's something to also consider.
Wow, that is super cool. And Alshiref, are there any final words that you wanted to say?
I'm very happy to be in Northwest Portland, and I wish happy holidays to everyone. And beyond holidays, I wish that we all be safe and healthy and happy.
Thank you so much, Alshiref. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of our podcast. It was definitely an honor to spotlight Amity. That is it from PDX Business Spotlight. And listeners, please join us in the next episode. Thank you for listening to PDX Business Spotlight by Youth Venture, and we hope to see you in the next episode.